was real young. Her best friend is a skinhead chick. She knows an Asian boy named Yick. Caitlin, she is very chic, but I am still in love with a girl named Spike. A girl named Spike. And I am still in love with that girl named Spike.
You're listening to the I'm in Love with a Girl Named Spike, a Degrassi podcast. I'm your host, Mike Park, along with my co-host, Hannah Eagle.
Hello.
And Rick Johnson.
Hello.
Today we are on episode 155, Bark at the Moon. Hannah, Bark at the Moon. Who sings it?
No, I have no idea. Bark at the Moon?
Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
Bark at the Moon.
One
Also,
of the
Rick,
many hits.
That webcam is crystal clear.
I know, right? It's freaking me out.
I can like see individual
Pores.
hairs on your
It's
head.
like pores.
Mm-hmm.
Hannah, how does this start?
Oh, okay. Well, Spinner's working at the dot. I will say this is like the worst Spinner has looked, in my opinion. And it's a bummer because it's the most he's looked like me.
So are you as sweaty as that when you're working?
For sure. For sure.
Does Britt ever come into your work and just like sit at a high top and like wipe the sweat off your brow?
I think she's coming when it's slow. If it's busy, I'm usually like, please don't come visit me right now. I'm just gonna, even especially with the mask, you're gonna get sweaty.
You're my dog.
But it's such a sad thing because Spinner's like, why don't we be boyfriend and girlfriend? And she's like, no.
Poor Spinner.
No. And yeah, it's super embarrassing, and then that's it.
It's not that embarrassing. He shot his shot. She said no.
I guess it's more embarrassing later when he shoots his shot again.
Yeah.
What about her outfit?
She looks great. But
Yeah, she straddles the episode looking real good, and then like, whoa.
I know.
You like that outfit that she's wearing at the beginning? That pink, like it's almost a zoot suit type of hat.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no, I forgot about that. I was thinking about this outfit.
You're talking about the Biggie Smalls?
Yeah.
Manny Biggie Smalls?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, that looks better than the beginning outfit for sure.
Mm-hmm. Paige looks bad in this episode too. I don't think anyone looks great.
Okay. Have anyone seen the Garbage Pail Kids movie?
I have not.
Paige kind of looks like a garbage pail kid in this episode.
What a thing to say.
Flattering.
I'm gonna pull up the Garbage Pail Kids movie and screen grab it.
If we ever interview her, you could be like, did you know you look like a garbage pail kid?
It's not flattering.
No.
She has some ups and downs in these. God, I thought she was at a high recently, but if Rick says she doesn't look good, then Rick is right.
We are the impresario of good looks.
Yeah, we are back at Degrassi after the opening credits. There's a new kid in town, and his name is Chester.
Chester.
Take us from here, Rick.
Does Chester look like a Bobo, like Taylor Lautner from Twilight, the wolf? Or am I just like
yeah, I see that. I see that. Like
okay.
a skinny kind of like someone took the head and stretched it.
Yeah, like I couldn't get over it. I was like, ooh.
Yeah,
this kid got cast specifically because he looks like that Twilight kid.
It's weird because they want you to think he looks good. And he doesn't look good.
Spinner is a bigger catch, and that's not saying much.
And he just caused a school shooting.
Oh my God, that's true.
He's really going on with his life like nothing happened.
I was like, when the episode started, I was like, is he like over it? I guess he is. He's over it.
I mean, where's Jay? Did Jay just dip and he was like, I gotta lay low for at least a month?
After the mustard incident.
I don't think Paige looks that bad.
It's later when she goes to the dance is when she looks like a garbage pail kid.
The pink.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the pink,
shawl.
and it's like like they ran out of like powder or something in production because everybody's kind of like weirdly sweaty in this episode. Like even Manny behind you is like kind of sweaty.
You know what? Now that you mention it, yeah, she is. She is sweaty.
Sweat is normal. Perspiration is normal. Craig has a Live Aid shirt on. Did you recognize that?
I did. Bob
Live
yelled.
Aid.
Bob yelled off.
I also love that he goes up to Manny and he's like, I just want you to know,
Oh dear.
I regret every minute that we spent together.
Is it weird
a
he's out
dick.
of the hospital so soon?
Yeah, I guess if the meds worked
Well,
quickly, then
what,
yeah,
in
you're right.
the timeline, do you think this is the next day? Like,
well, if that's
No.
the case, then yeah, he's back too soon.
If it's the next day, he's back way too soon.
Way
And-
too soon.
and also, where is Ashley in this episode?
Well, I don't
Like,
know.
it's a big dance.
There's a big cast. They can only get so many kids in.
We also don't see JT and Liberty, and I didn't see Hazel,
Yeah. Well, Hazel's with Jimmy.
I guess. Now she is. Now.
Hey, what is the substitute teacher's name or the teacher aide the again?
The
Oleander.
Yeah.
Oleander. Okay. I'm writing it down so I don't have to keep
What-
saying
So
what's his name.
Paige and Marco definitely think they're in trouble, right?
For what though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then would Paige be able to just dip like that and leave Manny on the hook?
It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Yeah, I wrote down like Paige makes Manny wait, which I guess is okay.
I just this whole storyline with Mr. Oleander is bunk. It's lame. I hate it.
It's not good.
And it's kind of upsetting.
You know, and
Yeah.
they also missed an opportunity with this song. Like, I don't understand what Bark at the Moon has to do with this episode. They should have had the police song, Don't Stand So Close to Me, is what
Oof.
it should have been.
Yeah, so
That's a good
true.
one. That's a good one.
Mhm.
Bark at
Hot,
the Moon, I
hot
feel
for
like-
teacher.
Hot for teacher. Hannah,
Yeah.
you are good. Hannah, who sings Hot for Teacher?
I want to say like one of those hair metal bands that's like
Van Halen.
Van
Yeah.
Halen. Yeah.
I like that you didn't even let Hannah like go even deeper into the hole on that. You're just like Van Halen.
Van Halen. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm tired of putting Hannah on the spot. I'll continue asking her about the song, but there's no reason to torture her.
I have a mental problem.
No, you don't.
Like
No,
a good
you-
deal.
Guess who's the new principal? Miss Hot
Whoa, whoa,
Salaka.
whoa. Yeah, that's happening. Can we talk about how sketchy Oleander is acting, by the way?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you would be acting sketchy if you wanted to do funny things with a child.
Also, I'm sorry. I love Paige. He dumped Charlie for Paige.
That's what
Did
is so
he?
disturbing.
I don't think he dumped Charlie. I think
I
I
Charlie,
think Charlie was like,
what I envision happening here is
Yeah.
that Charlie and them had a few drinks and they go back to their apartment, their shared apartment, and she's like, let's talk about this. What's the deal with that student?
yeah.
And
I didn't make a big deal about it. Are you poking me?
well, he's poking you in the tooth.
That dead ass tooth. That tooth is a little. If it's yeah, that's like my part dead tooth.
Yeah. But they got in an argument and she realized like, oh, he wants to take it to Pound Town with this student.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all. It's horrible. It's a terrible storyline, especially when you consider Paige's past and what she went through with an older boy or man, I
I
guess.
know.
Right.
No.
Would you have rather this been a different cast member?
I definitely.
Kinda.
Yeah.
It should have been Terry. They should have brought Terry back for this.
I would have loved this for Terry.
This is
what's
lame.
what's the girl that Chester matches with?
Darcy.
Darcy. Should have been Darcy.
Oh yeah, you're right. Should have been Darcy.
Yeah.
Darcy's gonna get hers. You wait
Yeah.
and see.
Darcy's in for Darcy's got a rough storm coming.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about Raditch.
That was the most insane exit for him.
Okay. Do you think he called that meeting with Paige and Marco not knowing he was about to get fired? Or do you think Hatzilakis called the meeting?
I think Hatzilakis called the meeting.
All right.
I think she did. I think she was like, this is crazy that like there was a school shooting and now we can't do anything. That doesn't make any sense.
Right. Well, it's also pretty and wild to me that Raditch is like, he is wiling out about getting fired, and he shouldn't. Like, like
He was terrible.
If I was a principal and somebody got murdered and another person got paralyzed on my watch, I would be like, maybe the school board will fire me.
Yeah, and it's like on record that the kid who shot up the school came to you with complaints of getting bullied,
Yeah.
and you told him to leave your office.
I don't have time for you. If an incident happens, let me know.
But he got transferred. He didn't even get fired.
Well, yeah.
Technically, right?
I know, like also transferred. Does that happen?
Yeah. I mean, look at the Catholic Church.
I mean, yeah, that's like the church.
Yeah, Rick, that's the church.
They got schools.
Let's talk about Miss Hatzilakis as the principal.
I love it.
She really decorated that office pretty fast.
What are the qualifications of principal? Why do you think she was picked principal?
Because she wasn't Snake. She's not in the one. There's 3 classes in this school, and they just cut the science budget. So,
Well, maybe you know what maybe happened. Maybe they had like a school board meeting, and they were like, "Snake, do you want to be principal?" And he was like, "I don't think we should fire Miss Raditch." And they were like, "Fine, Miss Hatzilakis, do you want to be principal?" And she was like, "Yeah."
I like that one. I think that's a good theory.
that's probably what happened.
Yeah. I think
So,
she's fine.
yeah, it's fine, and it makes for some good episodes in the future. So
Why did it?
down.
What's the original principal from junior high that no one ever saw?
Ooh.
Joey Jeremiah, please
Yeah.
go to Mr. So and so's office.
Yeah,
Mr.
they should have got that guy.
Yeah. I like that was a door to nowhere. That
Yeah,
wasn't even a room. It was just
Yeah.
a door.
it's like closet.
Yeah. I don't even know if it was a closet. It might have been
Oh.
just a door.
Mr. Lawrence.
Yeah,
Mr. Lawrence.
It would have
I
been
know.
amazing if Lawrence showed up. It was like,
Just like a million years old.
Raditch, I handed over the reins. You really mucked up the waters here.
I don't think Chester is not. I don't think Chester is unattractive. I think he's a handsome young man.
It's the feathered hair that gets me.
That's what I like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you like that.
Yeah, I think Marco likes it too. Marco's like,
Marco's like, I'm getting some pointers. Maybe that'll be my next hairstyle. My next terrible hairstyle.
Do we all?
Why did Spitter bring Manny a llama? Was it just a stuffed llama? Just
Well, he's trying.
to be nice?
He's trying to take it to Pound Town.
God, if you don't stop saying that, I'm gonna take you to Pound Town. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
He's like immature. I'm sure. I don't know why. I don't think he ever got Paige stuffed animals, but Manny's a little bit like that.
I guess I
So-
would be happy even if someone got me a stuffed llama. If I was in high school, I'd be like,
Oh. What about
That's
now?
cool.
What about today?
Probably not so much, but I'd still appreciate the gesture.
How
think
long
in
after
high
you got
school-
home would you throw it away?
I'd probably try to give it to my son, even though he's gonna be 13. He still loves stuffed animals. It's
Does
crazy.
he play?
Oh.
Does he play claw machines all the time?
I won't let him because it's such a waste of money.
Not when you're good at it.
Yeah. Now when you good at it, and then you get a TikTok account that is just you hacking the claw machines.
Ooh.
Oh, that's no fun though.
It's still like, honestly though, it's like you're paying $1 to buy some piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How bummed is Paige that Mr. Oleander is not teaching yoga and Miss Kwan shows up?
Why is Miss Kwan teaching yoga?
Because there's only 4 teachers.
Right. And one of them is now the principal.
Yeah. Can we talk
Name the
about
teachers
Can we
really
talk
quick,
about
Rick.
Armstrong, Miss
Okay.
Obey, Archibald
Gibbs.
Simpson,
Mm.
Hatsalakis,
Miss Kwan.
Miss Kwan,
There's
That-
one more.
and that old man or whatever.
That guy.
That guy.
What about the shop teacher?
Oh yeah, the shop teacher.
Mr.
Oh my god, the guy in the wheelchair.
Yeah. Well, there's 5. Mr. Wheelchair. I'll
Are you
call
writing
him.
these down?
Yeah.
I'm looking up all the teachers. Oleander made the list. That seems a little bit oh my god, there's so many. Mr. Colby made the list. Dom Perino is the
Yeah.
teacher we couldn't think of the name of. Dr. Sally made the list.
Dr. Sally's
like-
not a teacher.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not a teacher. That's ridiculous. Okay, so this Cupid, like a matchmaker thing, Rick. What are the qualifications? They're just trying to match interests.
I don't really understand this. I don't understand it. Like, so did Chester design this at his old school? Is that how this happened? Or
I have no idea.
Chester's a hacker.
is that what he says?
No, I
don't
don't know.
It was confusing that this would be something that they'd be able to whip up in an afternoon.
It seems impossible to me.
But also, I would like to talk about the crime that is Marco's yellow bandana in the
God.
yoga scene.
Why is that a crime? That's awesome.
Looks
It's hard to take
very bad.
risks. It's easy to play it safe. It's hard to take risks.
Yeah, I don't know what your problem is. What's wrong with the bandana? Helps with the perspiration.
Yeah,
What?
I don't like
What
it.
perspiration?
Yoga, Bikram. They're doing Bikram yoga.
Also,
Yeah,
the name of the shop teacher is Mr. L, but we're
Okay.
never going to see him again.
Okay.
Really? He never comes back? That's a
Just
shame.
last episode was Our House, which I believe we already watched.
Do you like
bummer.
that Chester and Manny match? And Chester's like, well, we're the only people in the system. And Manny's like, ooh, I love
He also-
you.
Must have watched her put in her favorite movie, Honey, and her favorite band, Jessica Simpson.
Did you see the Jessica Simpson poster when
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh man. I love those two facts.
I
that
know.
She's just rocking out to Jessica Simpson and watching Jessica Alba and
And Honey. Honey's a great movie. Would I say it's my favorite movie? No.
Did
I don't-
was Dwayne involved with Honey?
I
Right?
have no idea. You want to look it
I
up?
think you're right. Wasn't that a fun fact?
That was
I'll
a
look
fun
it up.
fact.
I'm on my hacking mode.
So when they're outside of Degrassi, when Spinner and Manny are outside, is Spinner just saying, well, like I want to make this work. Let's be a couple. And then
Well, yeah,
Manny's
he
like,
wants to
"Hell
make this
no."
work. There's a dance that's coming up. Spinner's like, babe, I gotta work, babe. And
Oh, got
and
it.
Manny's like, you don't got time for me. I don't got time for you. And this will not work because she's broken.
Yeah,
Craig
sure.
broke her.
Yeah. Craig
Okay.
really did break her.
Yeah.
He was third assistant director on Honey.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Wow.
I wonder,
wow.
do you think Linda Sky, well, whoever wrote
Yes.
this knew that and put that in
Yes.
there as a fun fact?
That's
Definitely.
insane. That's insane.
Manny's got a huge zit right on the middle of her forehead too. That's
Also, okay, I
awesome.
wrote this down. I don't know if you guys noticed this. When she's doing the meet and welcome wagon or whatever she's doing at the beginning of the thing,
Mhm.
her pupils all the way dilated.
Whoa. You think she
And
was
I started,
stoned?
I don't know, and I started looking at everyone else because I was like, maybe it's just like a dark hallway. Everyone else's pupils were the exact right size. Hers were blown out to the edges of her eyes.
What kind of drugs would you take that would like crystal meth cause that?
I
Perhaps?
think any drug would cause that, right?
I don't
Yeah.
think weed would. I don't know. I'm not an expert on this like some people.
I think like party drugs would do that.
Okay, I could see that.
I don't even know what falls under that umbrella, but
Hold on one second. My dog's freaking out. He wants to go
Something you-
outside.
That's
Take it
fine.
a party.
That's fine.
That's fine.
I'll keep talking to Hannah.
yeah,
Hannah,
we'll keep-
I like the match of Manny
Oh shit, he's gonna
and
puke.
Danny.
I know. If you think about it though, it makes some kind of sixth sense. Her and Danny.
Yes, I love it. Franz Ferdinand is Chester's favorite band, I believe.
And Donnie Darko is his favorite movie.
Not a bad movie. Not a bad
Not-
movie.
No. It really paints a picture of him. It paints a picture of a boy that I definitely knew in high school.
My dog totally just threw up.
Who's gonna clean it?
Well, he threw up outside. That's his move.
Oh, good dog. Good dog.
Yeah, great. You think he'll eat it?
Was that him that just screamed?
No,
It's my mom sneezing.
Oh, it's your mom sneezing?
that's
Hell
that's his move. It's called fourth meal. Hold on, he's
Oh.
barking now.
Okay, go.
He's gonna eat it? I don't like that.
Hannah, let's talk about before Rick gets back. Let's talk about the Goodbye Raditch assembly.
I just can't believe this is how they're gonna do Raditch. Do you think this is why they built up him being such a bad principal this whole time?
Maybe I can't recall why he left. It was his decision, I believe.
No, they transferred him.
I know, but didn't the actor not want to
Oh,
do it anymore? I think that was the reason.
in favor of doing what?
Probably just living life.
I guess you're
Tired-
right.
Tired of being Mr. Raditch.
But he's definitely not living off Degrassi money.
He's probably got something up his sleeve, something mischievous.
I suppose so. I suppose that could be true.
But we'll just leave that. That part is done. Raditch, there's a goodbye assembly. Not well attended. Somehow Chester is in the front row of Raditch on Raditch's side. I don't know how that worked, but
There's not a
Good
lot of
enough.
people at this goodbye assembly.
no, it's just in a hallway. It's not even in the auditorium
It
or anything.
seems like it might be during like a campus period.
Yeah, I believe you are correct. I believe you are correct.
I wonder
So
what
let's
was in
go-
the gift.
That's what I was curious about. I'm guessing maybe a watch.
Oh God, you think?
But not like anything expensive. Something like $70 or something.
If the student body had to buy it for him, yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe like a pin.
Oh. Necktie. Necktie.
Yeah.
Tie clip.
Something like that. Some
Okay.
cufflinks.
Yes, that makes sense too.
that
Okay, so
say-
Rick is back. We're gonna jump in right to the dance, Rick. We've already covered stuff. You can't go back.
We
Sorry.
can't go back. We can't talk about what's in the box.
No, that's what we've been talking
We were
about.
just saying cufflinks or a watch or a tie clip. Oh, look at this.
I got a better theory. It's just a copy of Everybody Wants Something.
that Marco gave to him?
Yeah.
Come on.
Why would Marco have that? Maybe it's Marco's demo.
Yeah.
that makes-
it's
that
just,
makes
it's just
more
a,
sense.
It's just a box full of CDRs.
Yeah, different bands over time.
I love the dance because of Darcy's look. When Chester gives a look to Manny and Darcy notices it, the look Darcy gives is like, hell no, you're not going to take my man, even though
Yeah.
this is their first date.
This
Chester
episode,
seems, yeah,
they
he seems so
really-
brave.
they really sowed some seeds of unrest within the females of Degrassi in this episode, because there's a part when Paige makes Manny sit down. She's like, sometimes I really hate Paige. And then when Darcy looks at Manny, I'm like, she does not like Manny.
No.
I love that Manny's match is Danny.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. We already talked about that. Sorry.
His dog was puking and eating it.
Yeah, and then
I know.
getting in a fight with dogs next door.
He didn't want to share his puke.
He did not.
Hey, over there, give me some of that puke.
He said, "You're not gonna get any."
Hannah, what does Manny say to Chester and Darcy when they're dancing together?
She says, "Hey, I never got to thank you for the dance, the whole idea. So
Mhm.
can we dance?" And then she says, "Yeah, for sure." And Darcy goes, "I'm gonna go get a bag of chips." And I was like, "A bag of chips?
You think that's a throwback? Throwback
To what?
line?
Oh, to just the chips in general?
Chips and chips.
Well, anytime a bag of chips is like the oranges in The Godfather. Anytime a bag of chips is spoken, something bad happens in Degrassi.
The color red in The Sixth Sense.
Yeah. I was waiting for like someone to get murdered when I heard the bag of chips.
Maybe that's how they signal to us that something bad is about to happen.
But nothing bad happened this episode. Well, statutory rape is about to happen.
A statutory kiss.
So
Just
when
a kiss at this point.
Paige and Oleander are paired up, did she just do that, or
I don't know
How was-
how that happened.
That was really weird. Also,
Oleander?
circling back, it was also really weird when Oleander was like, "Me and Charlie broke up, not because of us." And he's like, "I mean, not that there's an us." And I was like,
That was information that if you were not a sketchy person, you should not have said anything.
To a child.
Like a normal interaction with Paige would have been like, "Hello, Paige.
Yeah.
You should not have come to the bar.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell Hatzalakis."
Yeah. And he's like, "That was a great fake ID too," which is also weird.
Yeah.
God, he's not, I don't think he's an attractive teacher. If it was like a young George Clooney, I could understand. A George Clooney from Facts of Life, when he came in
Oh,
with
With
Facts of
yeah.
Life.
with that mullet.
Mm-hmm.
But even with the mullet, when you're that good looking, even the girls of Facts of Life are drooling all over him. Not Mr.
Mike.
Oleander.
You're missing a key problem here.
What?
The teacher pool for Paige to get with
Mhm.
in Degrassi is very small
Yeah, but
Getting-
why is she
getting
why
smaller.
Why is she going after the teacher pool?
because nobody is on her level.
It's
Should go with
so true,
Mr.
honestly.
Mr. L.
No one is on Paige's level.
Whatever. I don't believe that, but to each their own. I just know that Mr. Oleander, he looks like a busted up Matthew Broderick kind of.
What
doesn't-
you
no,
crumpling
no.
around?
He looks like a busted Matt LeBlanc.
Oh,
Ooh.
yes, I see that.
Ew.
And Matt LeBlanc is pretty busted.
I
I
mean, he
I don't
looks the
agree.
best of all of them from that show. I'll
That's
say
true.
that. I watched that
I think-
reunion special.
I think they all look great. All of them, everybody.
Even Matthew Perry,
Heck yeah, he was the best.
there's something wrong. Something happened to him. Something bad.
It's called AIDS, bro.
No, bruh.
Oh, yes, bro.
He got some hard years, I think.
And that too. He's partying
Yeah.
like crazy. My favorite part of this episode is when Spinner does show up at the dance and there's a little surprise with his hands over Manny's eyes and the smile, the magnificent smile of Manny just turning into a frown after she realizes it's Spinner.
Yeah.
Do you
Can you-
think that Manny would have been able to tell it was Spinner just by the smell of the dot grease on his hands?
And the clammy,
yeah.
meaty fists.
He probably is jingle jangling with all those like ball necklaces and stuff.
Yeah. And his wallet, which is definitely attached to a chain attached to his pants.
Yeah. You could hear him coming a mile away.
100%.
There's music happening. It's hard to hard to hear over that. The loud beats. Do you understand?
The loud
Do you
beat.
understand?
Yeah. Do you understand that Chester showing
And over
up
the
with
sound
good
of Darcy eating chips in the corner.
Yeah. Chester shows up with a drink. And between the two, if I had to choose between Chester or Spinner, I'm definitely going Spinner.
Yeah.
Oof.
Chester delivers my favorite line in this episode, though, right now.
Which is,
I thought you would like pink pop.
oh, who doesn't
Wonder-
like pink pop?
I was wondering about that myself. I thought, what's in the pink pop?
It's probably cotton candy.
Ugh,
No.
God.
So have you ever had red pop? Fago red pop? I bet it's
I
Fago
will-
red pop.
We're
No.
gonna have to. We'll find out soon enough. Hey, do you guys love? Is your favorite part of this episode when Darcy? Another favorite is when Darcy is dancing with Danny,
No, I didn't see
And-
that.
and there's a random Asian guy kind of dancing, and then suddenly Manny breaks into like the Elaine Dennis dance from Seinfeld.
I know. Why is she bad at dancing?
Well, no, I think she was doing it on purpose.
No, she was
No.
not. She's just having fun.
No. I think she was doing it on purpose because she realized that she fucked up with Spinner and Chester, and that it was a test for Chester to see if that he would, stick with it.
You think Spinner would have stayed?
100%, he would have joined in. So because Spinner gives that monologue where he's like, hey, babe, I want to be with you, babe.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a terrible impression, but
how about,
I know what you're
how
going
about,
for.
how about this one? Hey, babe, babe.
It's similar to the first one.
Yeah.
yeah. Not much change there.
He
Not
goes,
much
I
change there.
never told you I wanted to be with you. It's because we have so much fun and I can't imagine being with anyone else.
And that blew Manny's mind. That blew her gourd out
It
of her
blew
head.
my mind. I was like, since when?
It's the
Regardless of your
smartest
theory, Rick, she's definitely not trying to dance like that on purpose. And the thing is, if I saw her dance like that, I would love her so much more
Well,
because just the sheer joy on her face.
yeah.
She was
She's
almost-
trying to do honey.
Is that
Yeah. I
think.
is that it?
I think
Maybe.
she's trying to like pop and lock like Honey does. Honey from Honey.
I never saw the movie. I'm sorry. I was trying to pretend I knew what you're talking about.
You never seen Honey?
Admittedly, I
I've
have
never
no
seen
idea
Honey.
what you're talking about.
I used to stock a lot of Honey DVDs at Circuit City when I worked there.
It's I will say I've seen it twice and I cannot remember a lot about it. So it,
You don't remember the great assistant directing done by Dwayne?
well, that of course.
Yeah.
How could I forget? That has one of my favorites. So since I'm like a bartender / server, whenever I watch movies, I love to watch when people bartend because it's so stupid looking. But she has a great part in that, Honey, because she like just picks up a shaker and immediately pours a drink from behind the bar that no one's been touching for a while. That's all I remember. And
That's
it's blue.
great. It's great detail. I love it. But not as much as I love the backdrop that you have on you right now. Matches to the next part, which is Mr. Oleander and Paige about to kiss. And Mr. Oleander realizes Manny is watching them.
That's the best part of this episode to me.
When he
Sorry,
goes to kiss her,
sorry, sorry.
it is so creepy. Like if he's gonna pull that, what else has this jabroni done in his life that is unacceptable?
Grabs her head.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've never heard you say jabroni before, and I kind of like it.
Yeah. Should that be my new thing?
Sure.
Yeah,
I'm-
you should move that in and move out Pound
Pound
Town.
Town? Okay. So I think Oleander's gonna jabroni Paige.
God, start it. better
I
than
did-
Pound Town.
It's better, I guess. I
You know,
love this.
The context of jabroni doesn't make any sense if you're trying to describe what I think you're
Fair
describing.
enough. Fair enough. I was trying to make you uncomfortable. Did it work?
No, because I like the word jabroni because it's a wrestling
And
term.
he loves to be uncomfortable.
I love it.
I also
Chester.
really like this Chester Page scene.
Chester Manny scene where they're about to kiss.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they do kiss. And they both seem to enjoy it. And then Manny says, "What, Hannah?"
I don't remember what she says.
She says, "I have a boyfriend." And then Chester does the best line of the episode, which is as he's walking backwards, he goes,
Yeah.
"Welcome to Degrassi." Like, what?
I remember that. Oh
What
my
is that
God.
line? Why? Why is that?
He's like, guess I just got my crash course in Degrassi.
I just love that he's walking backwards.
Into the shadow should have just enveloped him. Does he? Because I don't think he comes back.
He has one more episode.
Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't recall. I'm disgusted.
I looked him up to see what else he's done. He's just been a voice actor in video games. He was in Far Cry. He played Far Cry.
Oh. Maybe I know who he is.
I don't know what that is.
It's a game.
The game, fantastic. Nothing disgusts me more than the outside scene of Oleander and Paige kissing. Paige, the actress, is just open mouth going for it. So I think in real life, she's like, "Oh, this is fun. I'm gonna do this," and it's disgusting.
It's a crazy kiss.
It's terrible. And his hands are all over her head still, just like coddling her hair.
Yeah, there's something about that I don't like.
It's
Like he's gonna start squeezing until her head explodes.
You know what I really don't like?
What?
Is that they're doing this, let's say 25 feet away in front of the doors of Degrassi.
And they go, "We can't get caught." And I was like, "You're outside the school."
Well, it hasn't stopped anybody before.
I guess. And during a school sanctioned nighttime event that he was supposed to be, I assume, chaperoning.
Yeah.
Nothing is off limits.
Bad
in the
man.
world of Degrassi.
Bad man.
He's the new Mr. Colby.
Do you think
I wouldn't go that far.
Do you think he's gonna win $1 million?
Did we decide that Mr. Colby won $1 million?
Whoa, no, in real life, he won the lottery.
The actor?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did we know that? Did we talk about that?
I think we did.
I guess we did, yeah.
Yeah.
So
like,
people who aren't familiar, Mr. Colby was in the original Degrassi, and his storyline was a substitute teacher who was predatory against a character named Lucy. So that's what we're talking about. Mr. Colby is who that is. And that in real life, he won the lottery.
Good for
the
him.
actor.
Yeah. He's no Damon King.
He is no Damon King, which I won't get into. Rick has thrown a lot of old school knowledge. We're going to end it here. They're at the dot. Well, Spinner's at the dot sitting down, and Manny comes up. And what happens, Hannah?
She says, Craig broke me. He turned me into a shell of a person. And if we're going to date, you have to promise me that you'll never break my heart. And it's so funny because it cuts to Spinner and he's like, duh, I guess. He's so stupid. And then she's like, no, you have to promise. And he's like, sure.
I love that a 16-year-old is making this promise. It's like the job of a 16-year-old to break somebody's heart.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe he likes her. And so great. Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm stoked. But that's the episode. Until next week. I'll talk to you then. Have a great one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.